Well, I don't know if she's able to talk yet or not. Do you have a voice yet? Ah, even better. That means I get to say things. Welcome, everybody. This is Tea Time with Robyn. She's Tea, I'm Robyn, and we are going to blab because we haven't blabbed in a long time. It's been a couple weeks, and I can hardly wait to get into some of the topics we have on board today because it's going to be a show. Because I want you all to know she's lit, and so am I. And we're wound up
What's
and ready to go.
up?
See, yay.
I loved it. I loved it. What is up? Oh, my son, huh? You're on.
Tino's tire popped.
Okay.
And where's the pump?
In the bag downstairs.
Where?
By the window.
It's life, folks. This is what
I don't know. Then I don't know. You gotta look downstairs, baby. I'm live. Sorry. Close that. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna be late for work. Hurry up. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is what happens in the summertime, guys. And we just had a conversation.
This is what happens when you have a life, right?
Oh my God, it is. What is up? Like Robyn said, it is tea time with Robyn. It's been a minute, and we are back, officially back from summer.
Well, kind of officially.
Yeah, kind of officially back, but
we won't be here next week.
But then after that, we won't stop until
Then our mouths will not stop.
Will not stop gabbing and not stop talking. But what is up, Robyn? It's summertime, and like Robyn said, it's a lot going on. The World Cup happened. Wimbledon is happening. U.S. lost to. Who did they lose to? Belgium, right? Yeah. Should have never lost, but never should have. Things should have never went that. Anyway, I said this. Anytime someone puts their foot or their hands into something, it always turns to shit.
Burnt.
Yes. So I don't know enough about soccer. I know enough, but I don't know enough to say my ultimate opinion on this, because I just think it was kind of nasty. But anyway, we can move on, because also Wimbledon is happening and Coco's playing right now, and I need for her to win this match in order for her to go to the finals. So I'm watching here. But also too, if you didn't hear my son, he has a job now, and
it's an important job.
And now I didn't tell you this part, Robyn.
It's his first job.
It's his first job. First ever job. First ever. 14 years old, and he's a counselor. He's a camp counselor. So proud of him. And he now has his own key, Robyn.
What?
Yeah, he has his own house key. I didn't tell you that part because I wanted to see your reaction.
I'm gonna need a minute for this.
Yes. What's up, Sandra? We miss all of you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate every one of you. But yeah. Well,
you know what? Since we appreciate everyone, can you read what somebody?
Oh yes, I will. Let me find it. So when me and Robyn and I got off the last time we did a pod, I got a message from JR or Junior or JR. And it says, and I'm going to read a little bit. He said, "Hey Tiff, I just wanted to tell you that I enjoy your Bills content. You and Robyn are do a great job balancing football analysis with keeping things fun and engaging. There are a lot of Bills creators out there, but you guys have built something that feels authentic and easy to listen to." Now, me and Robyn, before we started this pod, we wanted to be ourselves. And because we couldn't be no one else but us. And we wasn't trying to follow.
Good luck.
Right. We weren't trying to follow what they did or whatever. And we wanted just to be two females, voices in this thing, and just talk football. So when we received this, her and I both cried because it's like, you
The
hit
word
it.
authentic,
Right.
if I may, the word authentic to me is the greatest compliment ever.
Yeah. Yes.
Because keeping it real is sort of what I have felt has been the foundation, if you will, of our podcast
Mm-hmm.
and what makes us different. We may not always agree. We may not, most of the time, it's weird though. We do seem to agree on most things.
Right.
And we've always been that way. We read each other's minds. It's kind of a weird thing, folks.
Yes.
But truly, I want to say thank you to JR Jr. That fed my soul.
Yeah, I don't think you understand what you did, but maybe you
But we're
do.
grateful.
And we are truly, truly grateful that.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
highest praise.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. That's why we do this thing,
Mm-hmm.
because we want to be authentic, right? And being authentic about the Buffalo Bills isn't always what you see in different media content.
Right.
Now, there are people who strictly stick with analytics, and that's great. We all need different kinds of content out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I have always felt that our show was going to be about our point of view and how, what we see through our own eyes and our own authentic self, if you
Right.
will.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we go into things with other people, and it's okay. It's
Right.
okay to disagree. And hopefully, if we can show a way of being able to do that with respect toward one another, wouldn't that be nice? Because
Right.
as we were talking about earlier, I don't hang out on Twitter nearly as much as I used to,
Yeah.
and I probably won't.
I
But
don't
you'll
either.
see me from time to time popping in and out. But that's pretty much where I limit things, because social media can just be too toxic.
It can be. And what's up, Thomas? Nice to see you guys
Thomas.
are here too. Come on,
Yay.
Coco. God dang it. But let's get into it. Talk to me about Stevie Johnson and Keon Coleman.
Yes, there was. If you haven't heard it already, it was on One Bills Live. There was an interview with Steve Tasker, Chris Brown, and our good friend Stevie Johnson. And Stevie came on to talk about Keon Coleman and the work that he has been doing with Keon over the summer. And I must say, I came away from that even more impressed with Stevie Johnson than I've already been, which I didn't think that my respect for him could be any higher. The work that he did with Keon was special because it was work way beyond just the X's and O's. And I think that's what Keon needed. Stevie gave him a perspective and allowed him to be who he was. You want to talk about being authentic. Stevie is authentic, and Stevie has a way of communicating that's very authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the relationship that he developed with Keon, even in a very short period of time, was extremely meaningful. In fact, to quote Stevie, Stevie said, and I quote, and this is important, that Keon is a, quote, masterful student of the game. Take that in, folks, for those who think that Keon's just, not serious and he doesn't know what he's doing and blah, 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 blah. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you listen to Stevie Johnson, nothing could be further from the truth.
Right.
And I'll tell you what he said on this interview impressed me so much. I had an open mind about Keon because I know there are some wide receivers in particular that can take a few years before they really develop into who they're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know who Keon is going to be because Keon didn't know who he was going to be.
Right.
But Keon has matured. And if Stevie has mentored him in that regard by helping him learn how to play wisely and not scripted, like we talked about off the air, that he would take a play literally instead of, okay, you need to go between 5 and 15 yards. He would go the exact 12 yards, whatever it was that the route was supposed to be run. And Stevie says, no, you want to be a professional athlete, right? You want to be an athlete. Just go be an athlete. The professional part will
He
come.
was thinking definitely when I watched some of it on the podcast.
Yes.
Stevie Johnson said the Keon that you guys see on social media is not the Keon that I've seen and spoke to face to face. Yes, there's stuff out there with Keon and Sean McDermott and whatever that is, right? And as fans, we get caught up in all of that. First of all, I'll say this out. And I know Robyn wants this, we want Keon to win. And I know people also want that too. I want Keon to be the best athlete he can be in a Bills jersey. And whatever that is, and if that is, like we said off mic, because running a route of 15, if the route is supposed to be 15 yards and you're running that route, but Josh needed you to only do 10, you have to say, listen, how this game is playing, Josh needs to not to be precise when it comes to my route running. That's that communication between that quarterback and that wide receiver. He said, Keon is a professional athlete, but he just needs to be an athlete.
Yeah. Stevie played like that. Go back in time and think about Stevie. He was the biggest. What did Coco do?
She had match point.
Go,
I'm sorry.
Go.
No, sorry.
Anyway, seriously, Keon, I forgot what I was talking about. See what you did to me.
I know, my bad. I blanked out because she had match point. I got to turn this off. Where's my remote?
No. Not till we find out if she won.
All right. Oh, my God.
Hey, we're having fun here today, folks. No,
yes,
I was talking about Stevie was the guy when he played. If you remember, Fitz loved him.
Yes.
Because he improvised. He improvised all the time. He improvised. And in fact, sometimes people would be like, what route was that?
It wasn't.
It wasn't right? And Stevie would just be like, I just got open, right? Like isn't that the idea? Just get open? Well, isn't that what the best message that could possibly be given to Keon? Because which quarterback is more of a cowboy, pardon the pun, than Josh Allen on the fly? So if you can just get your ass open, Josh will get you the ball.
Yeah. And you don't need to run that precise route.
No,
and
he's not Tom Brady.
And this is why I think the mentorship with Keon when he first came in should have been Steve. I was screaming it when he came in. And I'm not going to let this go because I was screaming it when he came in. Get him with Stevie Johnson. Get him with Stevie Johnson. They have the same body type. Their background is basketball. Footwork is the same way. Get him with Stevie Johnson. Thank you, John. Please like and subscribe. Share this, please. We're coming back. We need y'all. Celebrate y'all. Celebrate us. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. But yes. Woo! Sorry. Yes.
Did you win?
No. It's still 10. It's 10-10. We're good past though, guys. I'm so sorry. Wimbledon is my thing.
We're gonna follow this now.
Wimbledon is my thing. That was a good shot. And if you don't know about Wimbledon, if you don't know about tennis and Coco, y'all better go and follow Coco. Yes, you know now.
And Jessie Pagula for those.
Jessie Pagula. Yes.
You know
that for sure.
We have a special connection to women's tennis.
Yes.
So back to, can we move on?
Yes. Because I know you're ready.
You can load me up. Get going.
You guys don't know, if you haven't read this article about the Buffalo Bills skill set and how the Bills are ranked 29 this year, 28 in 2025, 24 in 2024. The Bills have one of the worst sets of playmaker groups this year. According to this guy, Do
Is
we
it
even
Mr.
need to?
Barnwell?
I was going to say, do we need to say his name, Mr. Barnwell?
I'll say it.
You know,
Mr. Barnwell, you are a master of clickbait.
So the Bills went and got Josh a number 1 wide receiver. And it is amazing to me now that he's with the Bills. He sucks. He's this. He's not good. He's, and I'm like, you guys weren't saying none of this when, she lost. God dang it. It's all right. You weren't saying this when he was with Chicago. They weren't saying any of this. Now he's with the Buffalo Bills. DJ Moore is not a good wide receiver. Okay. But anyway, the Bills are ranked 29. Above them is the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans. And the Raiders have the best skill set before the Buffalo Bills. Are you guys shitting me?
I'm telling you, the first time I got wind of this discussion, I could not believe it, what I was hearing. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? Let's start with the tight ends, okay? Let's start with the tight ends. So you really want to put our tight ends in the bottom quartile in the NFL?
They might be the top.
Dalton Kincaid, who admittedly, yes, he has injury problems, but if he ends up having a whole season, watch out.
Yeah.
We have Dawson Knox, experienced, kind of your jackknife, all-purpose tight end. Mm-hmm. And then you have my man, I love
Jackson.
Give me some Jackson Hawes.
Yeah.
You people are idiots if you do not know how special Jackson Hawes is. Do you know what is it like to come into the National Football League and literally be the best blocking tight end in the NFL in your rookie year?
Yeah.
Fight me on it. He is the best blocking tight end in the NFL. Yeah. And he can catch the ball. Oh my God. How many times has he caught a really nice, important pass from Josh Allen? Hello, third tight end. Mm-hmm. So take that and.
Yeah. I don't know. If you would have said 29 last year, I would have probably believed you for sure. 29th last year, I'm with it. But
Thomas says he likes it when we get slept on, and I do too.
No, I do too. I like it too.
Oh shit! I mean, come on.
But also too, I just think that when it comes to low-hanging fruit, that's what they do. It's just Buffalo Bills, and I think we are at the stage now. This is because this is about to go into training camp. It's like the Buffalo. Press the button. It's time to shit on the Bills, guys. Are you ready? It's time. It's like shit on the Bills season. Are we ready? Like 29?
And we're easy prey as a fan
we are
base.
For sure.
We are so thin-skinned as a fan base. We should be used to this by now, shouldn't we? After decade after decade after decade of this, we should be used to this by now.
Yeah,
but
I'm
never going to quite get used to the irrational part of it, right? Like when you are simply spewing crap without any basis in fact. Okay, you can reach the wide receivers. They're terrible. Okay, they're the worst. Did they not say they were the worst that Josh Allen has ever had on his team?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Kelvin Benjamin and Robert Foster. Right. Stick it up your wazoo. You want to tell me that set of wide receivers was better than DJ Moore and Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir? Get out of my face.
I know it's not your typical big names as wide receivers. And maybe the oh my God, what is it? The oddball or the missing piece or the surprise piece is going to be Joe Brady and his play calling. And on the defensive side of it is what's his name? Why can't I think of the defensive coordinator's name?
Jim Leonard.
Jim Leonard, thank you. They might be, they might be those missing pieces. So we know kind of know what's on the offensive side of the ball, but we really don't know defensively what's going to happen. And to your question, John, do I think they carry a fullback? I think they do, but if they don't, Jackson Hawes is there because
Jackson Hawes.
We didn't use that that extra lineman. We had Jackson Hawes. So you removed that guy and you brought in Jackson Hawes as that 13 personnel. And Buffalo Bills was one of the, besides the Rams, the Buffalo Bills was one of the top teams to use it. And now everybody else is following suit. So I think they carry it, but also do I think they use it? I don't know. It's this season.
The other thing, excuse me for interrupting.
No, you're good.
The other thing about this that's a little bit difficult to predict, along with Jim Leonard, we have a new OC.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So we don't know how much influence this is going to change. Maybe some of the play calling, maybe. Mm-hmm. But there's definitely going to be feedback going back and forth with Joe Brady all the time. And you cannot dispute the fact that the Bills have, on offense, I'm very satisfied that they have the experience they need to call the right plays, to not be, and forgive me, Sean McDermott, but to not hamstring the offense with what you want them to do.
Right.
Let them do what they do best. And that's what is going to happen now. And Jim Leonard will be on defense creating, and we've talked about this many times, the defense is not going to look anything like the defense we've seen since Rex Ryan.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's going to be completely different. And so I think we have to take a lot of the clickbait stuff with, a grain of salt. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it gets beyond the pale in terms of ridiculous, don't you think?
Yeah, yes. And the question for John, or I think someone stated it, if it was John, I apologize if it wasn't you, that they said that Shakir will be playing outside, which is great. Oh, yeah. And that means you will move Keon inside, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with you if you have a wide receiver who plays plenty of positions, then mix it up. Because I want to see Keon win. Not saying that I don't want to see Shakir win. Not saying that at all. I just want this offense to flow. I want it to stretch down the field. I want it to be more versatile than what it was last year. Because for me, and I know for you, because we talked a lot, just like you just said, you thought this offense was freaking handcuffed to where it was like you're at home, like, why can't we just get 5 yards? What's the problem? Like it was so painful as a fan to watch.
At times it was.
1st and 5, 2nd and 3. It's like, can we get 3rd and 10? Can we get 3rd and 5? Like, it was just so, okay, thank God. You know what I mean? It was just so, yeah.
You're right. There wasn't a flow to the offense that we saw in previous years. Like, I think back to the year 2020, the year of the pandemic. And our offense that year was just so incredibly gifted. And the flow that they played with was...
It was like, they'll get it. Don't worry about it. It's 3rd and 17. Oh, they got it. Don't worry about it. And you just like drink something like, oh, they got it. Not worry about it. They got it. Right.
You never worry about it.
Yes.
And Josh Allen, you don't. Now, I understand you want to have some balance between running the ball and passing the ball, but the bottom line is the game is always about do what you got to do to win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. It doesn't have to be. I mean, Brian Daboll, we had an offense that was way, way, way skewed to the side of passing the ball and not running the ball very much. And they did just fine. So I think the pendulum swings, and now the running game is becoming more established part of the game, calling and so on. But I'm sure that this offense is going to be good. I am sure of it.
Yeah.
As long as they stay healthy.
Right.
As long as they stay healthy. And I feel, and I just have to say this, I feel the exact opposite as this Barnwell bozo, because I do. Where's this shit coming from? I love our wide receivers because I think this group is very diverse. And if Keon Coleman can pull his shit together like you and I have talked about and have a breakout season, because some wide receivers take a couple years to develop and all of a sudden they blow up. There's no reason to say that that won't happen with Keon. And if it does, holy crap, it isn't going to matter where you put Shakir.
No.
Outside, inside, put him upside down.
Exactly. Who cares? Exactly.
He's going to play wherever he's put.
I like the fact that you did talk about wide receiver, and an article came out where they ranked the running backs rather, and James Cook came in at number 7, which I like. I mean, he was a leading rusher last year. Going into this upcoming season, he's a leading rusher. Some had him highest as 3, some had him lowest as 10. So let me read the list because I'll read some. Number 1 is what's the name? Robertson. And you got Gibbs number 2, Barkley number 3, McCaffrey number 4, Taylor from Indy is number 5, Derek Craney number 6, and James Cook number 7. I'm not mad because I mean.
That one I'm good.
I'm good with. I'm good with that. Because
the big issue I have, and we talked about this off the air, he's got to stop fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
James.
The last time we seen him, he fumbled. The last game we seen, he fumbled.
Once every 81 carries?
Dang, I did not know that. Oh.
That's terrible.
That's
terrible. You have to hang on to the ball. And everybody knows that. That's the book on him. So they poke the ball out. He gets peanut punched more than anybody.
Yes.
And it works. That's why. So stop it.
Because you know what it is, Robyn? He's so loose with it.
He is. And he's
He's very loose with it. And you know who else was loose with it, but he didn't fumble the ball?
Josh Allen.
No, that him too. Running back that we had, Shady. Shady was loose with that ball, but he didn't fumble.
He did not fumble, not like James Cook fumbles.
Right. Yeah.
When James fumbles, he fumbles, and he fumbles at the worst possible times.
At the worst possible times.
Jeez. Okay.
You're just oh no, right here, dude. But
help the tea.
Yes, I think it's time, Robyn.
Oh, we're going to get nasty.
You guys are about to hear it. So here we go.
Come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spill no dirty tea. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
It's time.
You lead off on this one. I can't start.
It's time to spill the tea. This is where Robyn and I spill some tea on things we love, we might not love. We just want to make it a point of we have to spill some tea. So take your sip if you have something to drink, because we're about to spill it. All right, so
let's go.
We know that the old stadium is being knocked down. We know that some of the names are not going to be there. But some of the names that's going to go on to the stadium and displayed somewhere inside of the stadium is going to be Jim Kelly. It's going to be Ralph Wilson. It's going to be Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas. But one that's not going to be is OJ. And I know everybody has their own thing about OJ. OJ is this, OJ is that. But if we're just sticking to football, because some of y'all just want to stick to football, and now when we stick to football with OJ, you're bringing something else. So let me know if we sticking to football or we going personal. But me, I'm sticking to football. So as football related, OJ is the Buffalo Bills at least top 5, top 2 running back in the whole NFL. He's a Hall of Famer. You can't say Buffalo Bills running back without thinking OJ. Now, if you do, you're just being dismissive and just being other words, right? But here's my thing. If you're not going to have OJ, can I not have Jim Kelly? Oh, we don't want to talk about that now, do we? So are we sticking to football or are we sticking to personal? Because I want to know where I need to have this argument. Because if we're just sticking to football, put OJ back on there. And you know what? Jim Kelly can stay too. But I don't know. You let me know where we're going.
Yeah. And I couldn't have said it better, sister. I could not have said it better.
Just want to know where we're at.
It's exactly as you say. Either it's football or it's not football. And if it's going to be about football, I remember, because I'm old enough, I saw OJ play. Not live, because I was too busy and too poor to go to football games at that point in my life. But I watched every game that OJ played for the Buffalo Bills. And if you saw him live, if you ever watched him in person, he was the most incredible athlete of his time. Mm-hmm. He was Saquon Barkley on roids.
You couldn't put him down. You couldn't take him down.
And once he got into high gear, you were not going to catch him. Before his knees went out, he was one of the most beautiful athletes to watch perform his sport. Mm-hmm. And is it too much to ask that we don't erase his existence as a professional athlete? We don't have to cancel his existence. Right. Whether or not whatever he did, and we all have our own opinions, and believe me, I have my own about OJ. I'm old enough to remember OJ in his bad boy days. And so it didn't surprise me that his life went awry. Right. However, that being said, what he did on the field was something absolutely marvelous to watch. And if we're going to go down that road, then why do we have anybody's name on a wall? Because there are many athletes whose names are on walls that have done bad things. Cough, cough, Aaron Hernandez. Mm-hmm. So let's get real here. And I'll say it. Some people would be appalled at the idea. But I think it boils down to an issue of race. I do. And I'm sorry to say that, but if OJ were white, I wonder if it would be different.
Well, I mean, you can honestly say yes, because Jim Kelly's on the wall. Mm-hmm. And y'all know how I feel about Jim Kelly. I don't need to keep saying this over and over again about Jim Kelly. I think Jim Kelly, and I don't like to do this either, because I do believe in karma. I do believe things happen to people in certain ways, because if this doesn't happen to you, then this will happen to you. I'm a believer of all that. But Jim Kelly is not living the most healthiest life, but it is what it is. And hey, if his wife still loves him, who am I to say? But again, Jim Kelly's on the wall. You can keep OJ on the wall. That's how I feel about it. Period. This man, Sandra asked, how many 2,000 yards seasons did he have? He only had one. But the fact that he had 2,000, what are we saying here?
2,000 yards. It's like, in 14 games, in a 14-game season.
It's like, come on. Like, what are we doing? And I'm strictly talking about football. Miss me with everything else. I know what he did. We understand it. We were there for it. We watched the trial. We get it. We understand it. I get that. I'm not talking about OJ after football. I'm just talking about football. That is it. And if you want to kill me with that, okay, fine. And I'm not telling him to shut up and take the ball or whatever. But another problem that I have. No, I'm not even going at it because that's our last segment. But
we're spilling the tea here, folks.
I was gonna keep on spilling the tea, but we can go on to it if you want. No, we'll break it up a little bit. He said I wanted to wear OJ jersey for the home opener game, but I can't find it anymore. Thomas. Keep looking, Thomas. Keep looking. Listen, OJ, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, and put the bias aside and just go watch OJ play football at the top of his career, OJ was the man in Buffalo, in this city. The man. When there was a lot of tension, if you know what I'm saying, he was the man. He was the man. So, yeah. Anyway, we can move on. We spilled the tea enough, and that's where we sit when it comes to this. Who's on the wall, who's not on the wall, who's in memory circle, whatever. I just think it's a lot. This stadium is becoming a lot, and we're gonna talk about some more hot topics later on. But let's get through this. Sean McDermott may be back coaching, and I read something that he may be interested, or the Commanders may be interested in him next year if the Commanders don't turn it around. So he might be back coaching very, very soon. I'm not mad at seeing him on that side of the NFC.
Go to the NFC. I'm good with it.
Yeah,
I'm good with it. Because
sure.
That's the thing. People want to rip on Sean McDermott, and a lot of the criticism was justified, probably more than I realized until he got fired and stuff came out afterwards.
Right.
But at the same time, this guy knows how to win.
Yeah. And he knows how to build a team, like a team
culture.
Thank you. The culture here sucked, y'all.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
Everything. He changed everything. The minute he walked through the door, he changed everything. And he's another one that I think over time, I hope that people will come to learn to respect the good things that he did for the Buffalo Bills. Because yes, the playoffs were a frustration. Yes, his defense became outmoded.
Yes, he played preventive defense.
Oh.
Yes, he choked. Yes, 13 seconds is on him. Yes, we needed a change. I was a ride or die Sean McDermott till maybe 2 years, and I was like, okay, Sean, I can't defend you no more. I can't. You cannot continue to do the same thing and just expect different results. That's insanity. We can't continue with the same dance that we keep doing. I was over it. And when they fired him, I was, oh my God, they did it. Yeah. I wasn't shocked that they fired him. I was shocked they did it.
Yeah, I was too. And in retrospect, I think it was the right thing to do for the team, for sure, but also for him.
Mm-hmm.
He needed this shakeup because I do think Sean McDermott doesn't tend to make the same mistake twice.
Right. And he tried to change, Robyn. Remember, he sat down with Ty Dunn and tried to change. What's up, Rob? Tried to change, but when you have the stripes, they're there. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? He went right back to who he is and who his DNA is. I get it. So now we just need to move on. We just need to move
Right.
on.
And hey, Rob, to acknowledge you, you have always been a staunch critic of Sean McDermott. And
We can call him a Sean McDermott hater. We can call him that.
he's a Sean McDermott hater. But
And that's
a lot
okay.
of what Rob would say was absolutely legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely legitimate. The criticisms were absolutely legitimate. It's the conclusion that I couldn't come to the same place because I as a whole focus so much in the world of culture that I see how important and rare it is for a coach to be able to create that kind of culture. And it's like, okay, we'll give him every opportunity to do this. And he had more than his fair share of opportunity to take the team to that
Right.
final level and was never able to do that. So the jury is out. We'll see what happens. But
Right.
unleashing Josh Allen, and I will say this, I also read that Josh Allen made a comment, and Josh chooses his words very
Oh,
carefully.
yeah, he does. He does.
But he said that he was excited, and that was the word that he used,
Mm-hmm.
because a change was needed. So for Josh Allen to say that says a lot.
Right.
That says a lot to me, that he
Mm-hmm.
would be that open to say that a change was needed.
Right.
And that he's very excited about the future. So I think there's reason for a lot of optimism there.
For sure.
Good luck to Sean McDermott.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that Sean is not here, and I don't like to point fingers when someone's no longer here, like everything is Sean McDermott's fault, which is not it. I'll say this about it, is that do I think when you have the plan and the plan is not executed, is that Sean? No. Here's the plan. You have to execute the plan. And in between the execution of the plan, if it falls short, of course it's going to go to the head coach because he's the head of that. But some of the stuff that happened wasn't ultimately Sean's doing. I can't also do the execution of this, throw the ball, and also catch the ball. Some of this stuff has to also land on players. But I know it's going to land on the head of the guy because the head of the guy is the head coach. And I totally understand it. So did ultimately Sean had to go? Yes, he had to go. And what that looked like, he needed to go. But let's move on because I want to talk about the extension. You had put something on Twitter and I read it, a little bit of it today, this morning. Osiris Torrance.
Oh, Cyrus. Yes, Osiris.
So he's up for a contract.
Mm-hmm. Contract year.
And outside of Deion Dawkins and Cody Ford, Osiris is the highest drafted O-lineman that the Bills have selected in 10 freaking years. He's played 50 games out of 51, and he's available. He's been available. Give this man his money.
Give this man his money.
I think he's up. He needs it. I mean, he's done everything that you've asked. I mean, there have been times, he's not a perfect, offensive lineman, but
he's above average.
What? Yes.
He's way above average.
You drafted Cody Ford,
who's still in the league playing.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, it just goes to show you the state of the offensive line in the world of the NFL.
Right.
If Cody Ford is a starting offensive lineman in the league, we have a problem. And we have a problem.
Yeah.
And Sandra says they let Gilliam go. They need to keep him. They needed to keep him. Yeah, it would have been good. But unfortunately, he was too Patriots
pricey.
have done this. They scoop up players that we can't afford to play. Same thing with Matt Collins.
Listen, Mike Collins, to me, give him his little coins, whatever. I was mad they let him go, but it is what it is. I'm over it. Gilliam, I know y'all there's a fan base that loved Gilliam and full Black Lives Matter, whatever. I get it. Bye, Gilliam. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Gilliam or my O lineman. O lineman.
Jackson Hawes can play.
Yes.
Gilliam's role.
Absolutely.
And I think he'll do as good a job, if not better.
Yeah. And yeah. I don't want to think about my, and I don't think, and not even that, they said they're coming, there's mutual interest there. So will it happen before the first game? I think so. I think it will. If there's mutual interest there, both sides are talking. He's not sitting out. He's not doing any of that. He's seen his guys get their money. And I think it's going to happen. I think the beginning of this season, people were saying that he could leave. We're fine with it. I don't think you roll out this and say, let's think about Osiris coming up our next few seasons. I want him there unless you are good with the draft picks that you got and you can replace him. But I don't know. I
would be very distressed if we didn't re-sign Osiris.
Yeah.
He has anchored down, solidified, and put the right side of that offensive line in much better shape.
Mm-hmm.
And the guard situation for the Bills has been in flux for a long time. And until Osiris came along, he's been probably, I'd have to go back and look, and I may be wrong about this, but I think he's played longer at his position at guard than any other guard has for the Bills for the last 5 years.
Oh yeah, you might be right there.
You know, he's like an anchor there.
Yeah.
And so, and this is the other thing, I think this gets glossed over too much. Connor McGovern, getting him re-signed.
Yeah, that was major.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
But there was, because, you know, but the fan base was saying, oh, we can let him go too. Like, the dismissive of players, it's like, oh, we can let him go. And then you're hearing the whole Dion, oh, we can let him go. Okay, guys, we're letting go the whole line right now? Is this what we're doing?
Stop. And especially after losing Cromer. Okay, we've got Coleman guys that are in place, but we don't know if they can coach like he did. I'm just not, I'm not convinced that our offensive line is going to be as good as they were in the past because Cromer's not there.
Missing. People are not talking about that, Robyn.
They're not.
People are not talking. They're talking about the line itself. What's behind the line? What's the guy who coached that up? Who told you to put your hands here? And I get that his assistant is there, but he is not the guy.
So, I just kind of hope this is what I say to myself to comfort myself, because I almost went into a spasm when I heard that he was retiring.
I know.
I almost had a spasm. So the only thing that got me through the spasm was realizing that they're probably going to send him cuts of the games and get his. It's like, can you help us? What do we need to do? I think,
or sign him out on as a
consultant. I don't care what.
Yes. Hey, you busy? Can you look at this for me, please? And if you like Joe Brady, which I'm hearing that everybody in the organization, and they don't talk bad about Sean, but you can read in between the lines of, oh, a fresh start, like words like that, or it's looser in the locker room and around the, you can hear.
Your rectum isn't so tight.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Until you hear what it is. So maybe he can come on as a consultant because he does want to be around his grandkids. He said he wants to, spend time around his family, which is great. While you're around them, while you're sitting with the grandkids, okay? Tell them to sit down, have some popcorn, and let's watch the film. If you could do that for us, please. We'll appreciate it. But before we get
awesome.
right, yeah, Robyn,
I
O-line
had a
is her,
spasm.
that's her
I
thing.
really did. I had a
That's her thing.
spasm. When he retired, I wasn't well.
I said, why isn't so many people talking about this guy? Our coach, our O-line, he's gone.
Because he's the guru. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. Before
All
we
right,
get
let's
out of
do
here, we do want to talk about the hot topic. Practice tickets. Practice tickets. The Bills are holding an open practice on August 18th. So PSL holders will not be getting the first crack of these practice tickets. This ticket situation. So I'll tell you a little tidbit with mine. I didn't get practice tickets this year. I didn't get them. My wife, I told, hey, sign up. She didn't get them. My friend, hey, sign up. She didn't get it. My other friend, hey, sign up. They didn't get. So I don't have any practice. Well, I got one today. So we're not going to any training camp practices unless somebody and their mama feel very, very generous and say, T, I got 2 for you. I would appreciate it if you did. So if I don't get any tickets, I won't be going to training camp this year.
If anybody has tickets.
I've been going for the longest and I don't have any. But I am going to the red, white, and blue courtesy of Lee Sean. He had 1 ticket and he gave it to me this morning and I was so grateful to him.
Thank you so much.
He's out of town. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to be going. So yeah. But anyway, such a hot topic. Again, I went into Twitter. Why did I do it? Because you guys are ruthless over there. God dang it. Talk to me about it, Robert. How you feeling?
Well, for one thing, I have to plead my own situation, my own case.
For sure.
Because I've been basically unable to come back to Buffalo for training camp basically for the last 5 years because people that live out of town can't get practice tickets unless you know somebody or that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And so what used to be, and I would come every other year or so. For a few years, I was coming quite regularly to camp, and no longer can do that because I can't plan a plane, flying into Buffalo, not knowing whether I'm going to be able to get tickets to practice. No. So I've been upset about this for years in terms of the practice tickets, but it's been taken to a new level now that we have a new stadium and PSLs. So PSLs, I dreaded the day that the reality was going to come that Buffalo fans were going to have to deal with this because it creates another whole layer of elitism, if you will, in terms of, oh, well, regular people shouldn't be able to go to practice. The PSL people should be able to get, priority and blah, 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 blah. I miss the good old days when you didn't even have to have tickets when I first started going to training camp.
Right.
You could just show up and look at what it's become. And it's because, yes, the team got good. We have Josh Allen and everybody wants to be with the Buffalo Bills now.
Right.
But there's just another layer with this new stadium and the mindset of the people that have PSLs. And I'm not judging you if you have PSLs. I'm judging you if you're using that as a reason why you think that you should have access to practice any more than
right. Like it's a card. Like I got my PSL card. Like, it's like, I get it. So for me, I'm with you, Robyn. First of all, I'm not I was never going to get season tickets. That's just not my thing. I don't want to go to enough home games to do this. So I would have never got them. Right? I would have never, like, there was plenty of times my neighbor was like, you can buy one of my tickets. And I'm just like, it's not worth it for me because I love watching the games at home. And it's a choice, right? Mm-hmm. I can choose to go to the games. I can choose to tailgate, or I can choose to stay home. My argument is not, hey, do what you want to do with your money. And I'm going to do what I want to do with mine. I'm just not spending that. And my argument isn't money wise. My argument is, so you have the card so you can do whatever you want with the card. So if there's an event, monster, whatever, and so if you don't want to go to the thing, do you get the first dibs? And I'm being told yes. So it's like, hey, Tiffany, you don't want the seat, so now we're going to give it to someone else. Is that cool? All right, cool. Listen,
it's just another whole layer, isn't it? Of bullshit.
Yeah. And then I've seen this. I don't want you to sit in my seat before I sit in it. Oh my God. When it comes to entitlement, it's just crazy out here in the streets. Okay. You don't want no girl to sit in the seat before you. Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's where we're at when it comes to these seats. I personally, yes, I can't wait to go see the stadium. I was going to go to a game. I don't know if I'm going to go to a game. I'm very much so just go see the stadium. So once they start doing the tours, I'll go then. I don't really care to watch a game in a stadium. And I get the hurrah of it all, or the ooh of it all. But I also love the fact that I'm at home.
In my pajamas.
Around my friends and family and watching the game.
I like watching in my pajamas.
Yes. And so that you guys are all here, and I will be saying this again. We are going to be doing our annual tailgate, block tailgate, September, the first Bills game. We're doing our annual tailgate for the block. So if you want to come through, all you got to do is just bring something to pass. We'll have drinks, whatever the case may be. You're more than welcome to stop by and eat and drink with us. I'll be doing it again. I'll be doing an announcement again once we get a little closer to the season, but just wanted to throw that out there for everyone who wanted to, come to, it's our block party, but it's just a tailgate block party.
I wish I could go.
I know. It's all good.
Be there sometime. You just never know.
I know, because you came 2 years ago, right? Was it 2 years ago?
Like a bad penny. No, it's actually been 4 years.
It's been 4? Yeah, Robyn came at that Steelers game.
No,
it was the Vikings game. Oh, that's right.
Game from hell. The game that I wish I never saw live in person. The reason why I may never come back to Buffalo again. Oh, I'm kidding. Jesus, that was the worst game ever.
Yeah, it was. That game. Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah. That game sucked ass for sure. But Robyn's gonna get us out of here. We won't be back next week. We'll be back the week after.
And then we'll be on a regular schedule.
Yes, every Thursday at 11 o'clock for your lunchtime vibes for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. Oh no, Robyn's not going to get us out of here. I'm thinking anyway.
You're speaking.
Yeah, I'm still on vacation. And I'm going again next week. So that's why we're not going to be back next week. But guys, thank you for always tuning in. We appreciate you. This has been Tea Time with Robyn. We are out. And like we always say, go Bills. Peace, y'all.
Love you guys.
Love ya.